Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. It's a big story. I get up super early, and I get up that early because I want to meditate and pray and exercise and do some reading. I've done that since my children were back when I first got them and they were still young. It was the only time in the house that was super quiet, and so it gave me an opportunity. Now it's even more important for me to find that time for myself. It is probably my most intelligent time. I decided to do something I typically don't do. I read some messages that had come in, and I got one from someone who had seen a video about a week or so ago that someone shared, or maybe further back than that. And then a week ago, he realized he needed to hear something from me. So he didn't remember my name, and he didn't have the video, and he couldn't find the link. And so he just kept searching and searching and searching until he found me. And then he listened and listened and listened, and he said that it really did something for his spirit. I'm hearing from so many of you who say that they are moved and touched and encouraged and prodded and ignited to think and learn and to grow. And this is powerful for me. I want you to find those voices in your life. I told you earlier this week that this is how we clean our filter. There is one story that I often share that does this for me, and it is the thing that will give you the drive to get up on days like this one when I just wanted to stay in bed and watch what my kids call my movies. My movies are Indian movies and Pakistani movies and Korean movies. My movies. And I just wanted to do that. But then I remembered the voices of so many who said that this just gets them through. This story that I share often is about a little girl. I was in an airport, and she was running around and running into people and causing folks to kind of look at her father. And so I called her over and I asked her if she liked Frozen or Monsters University. I thought I had them both in my phone from my granddaughter. I didn't. I only had Frozen. She liked Monsters University. So I had to purchase the movie, and we began to watch it. And like with anything, when you're doing the right thing, time flies. Time went by. Within 30, 40 minutes, they called for the flight. It was time for me to get on. I had to board the flight early that day because I was in a lot of pain. I got to the gate agent. She looked me up and down and said, "This is not for you. This boarding is not for you." She couldn't see the pain that I was in. And a lot of you walk around every day holding your face proudly, looking good, and people can't see the pain. I scanned my own boarding pass, and just got on the plane. I have enough status with the airlines because I travel so much. She didn't question me. I plopped down in my seat. The flight attendant came over and politely told me where coach section of the plane was, because surely I must have been in the wrong seat. I was about to get angry and spiral into my stuff, the pain that I was feeling physically, the frustration with people thinking that I don't belong where I belong when I belong there, and the agonizing responsibility of being in pain and having to prove it to someone just to get what you need. Just at that moment, that little girl that I'd watched the movie with came running up. "Lady, lady." She was running on the plane looking for me. I said, "What, little girl? I'm over here." She came and she handed me this. It's the glove to her doll. She said, "Now you have one and I have one. We're sisters." I keep this glove on the inside of my Kindle. When I sit down on the plane, I don't even have to see it. I feel that little lump. And I'm reminded that no matter what we're going through, we possess the ability to change somebody else's life. It's that big. Within you lies the seed that's been planted so long ago of hope. And you just have to remember it. You have to remember it and call on it and use it to drive you to do the thing that you feel like, yeah, I just want to watch my movies. Last week, I may have told somebody that I don't do Sundays. And the woman was like, yeah, well, what's that got to do with Sunday? What's that got to do with me? This is not to say to you that everybody deserves a day off. This is not work. This is joy. And when you get so tired of doing the things that give you joy, you better go watch your movies. You better go find somebody, something to renew your spirit and your hope in your life. You are not a burden. You are my joy. And I hope that I can continue to give you something to ignite a desire to live a little more boldly, to love a little more deeply, and to sing loudly. I hope I can ignite a desire to learn about yourself and the world that you live in. I'm going to go watch my movies. But before I do, I want you to know that I love you.